All right. What's up, everybody? Just finishing up some what do you call it? Moments. I was about to say elements. Moments before we get into it. Just dropped a video and ended up really talking about just the main components of what makes this game so different from FC25 and really the last several previous games, and what leads to success in this game, right? And in talking about that, I realized like what I didn't read what I was supposed to do. I realized like I didn't even go into what I wanted to in the video, which was really breaking down the details of the gameplay. And so that's what we are going to do. Oh my goodness, I'm supposed to score a goal without passing. Once I finish this, that's what we're going to do. I like giving a little bit of time so people can see I'm live. And for anybody that watches this later, by no means, I know I'm a small channel, but it's just so funny to me. Like, I love helping people, and like me playing as opposed to just by myself. I don't care if I'm helping one person, 100, 5, but it's funny to me how many content creators miss the point. And just really don't know. And they're not, doesn't mean they're bad players, doesn't mean that they don't love football. But it's so funny, and I'm not going to ever say any names when it's in that. I only give props, I'm not going to speak on. But I watch some of these videos, and I'm always real about stuff, whether, you know, other people will feel this way and not say it, right? But you can't help but to get a little of that, how is this dude big, right? And it's not in a cocky or arrogant way. They're great at, like, the content part, right? Score 3 goals and then win the match. But it's more in a way of, like, you see their subscribers, you see the numbers, and it's like, okay, there's no way that this many people are that oblivious to football to where they can't see that this content creator does not know what they're talking about. You'll hear him talk about tactics. All right, guys, we're going to play 4-4-2 because, you know, you see 4 players spread out across the field, and they run down, and you can play the through ball passes, and since there's 4 of them, there's more chance that one of them will get it, and then you just sprint in, and you shoot the ball hard to the side the goalie doesn't go and you're going to score a lot. Like, obviously that's exaggerated, but honestly, it's like that. It's like that kind of. And yeah, it just makes you be like, what the heck are they talking about? Oh, I might miss that. No, beautiful. Bang it in there. So we got 3. Now we just need to win. I think they go down the middle every time, by the way. They do. PKs look much more realistic this year too. You gotta love that. But yeah, so when I'm sharing this stuff, hopefully people realize like it doesn't matter how small the creator is, it matters about their knowledge, and that's what I've always looked for. So hopefully you guys recognize that value that I bring to the table there, right? The parts that I'm not as good at, like I never understood why some of these people show their face. If it really means something, I will. I don't care about it, but I never understood the point. Like I'd much rather listen and watch football, similar to how you do with a stream. Like, oh, it makes it more personal. Okay, I can kind of get that, but at the same time, wouldn't you rather like if I'm just listening to someone and there's not something I need to watch, I'm multitasking. And even if I'm focused, I don't need to stare at a dude who's on the computer screen. Not to mention, if it's gameplay, then I would rather watch that because you can learn listening while you're watching the gameplay and really get some stuff out of that. So I don't know. But what they're typically good at is that like videography part. So you have there's this one dude, Medicine or some, he's a Middle Eastern dude that does eFootball, and he's so like an actor in the way he talks. And then he has different cameras, so he will say, we're going to go into the best. And then he'll change camera angles and go, tactics in the world. But he's being dead serious. It's so funny, dude. It's like, the way he does it is so Hollywood. We are going to compare these two players. Now, both are very good defensive midfielders, but I feel like Patrick Vieira, with the height advantage, is better because he is taller and he can reach further when he tries to intercept the ball. Makelele is very good though, but because he is smaller, he can't jump as high. He's not as big when he goes to intercept. Like, it's not football, but it's so like he's so into it. And this dude's, you're talking 100K people watching, and even more. Like, I don't know how many on a stream, but like ridiculous views for that game, you know. And don't get me wrong, I respect eFootball. It comes, Pez. It's a descendant of Pez, but it's gone in such a bad direction. It's crazy. Wait, so now what do I need? Oh, Libertadores. 30. I think I got what I need here. Oh, let me see. But yeah, we're about to go into the nitty-gritty details. Gold pack, premium gold. We're going to go ahead and get this. Alright. Rare consumables. 3 of those and unlimited of these. That's cool. So 9 more. Monday, warrior, mean pride. Today's not soya, mean pride. Yeah, this year has been super, super fun though, man. It's all about the football. Of course we crashed, so that's a sign. We will do that later. But hopefully you guys are enjoying the football aspect of it too. I love that pretty much the only thing the Rats can lean on They have to cross their fingers for really bad gameplay and cross their fingers that it gives them enough chance to win. All the other nonsense is gone. What do you say about society is what you say. And what's company is what you say about society. No world is fun. Today's Tom Sawyer, mean pride. Exit the way up. Alright, so what's the objectives for moments? Milestones. I think I'm close to finishing that. 9 stars. We gotta go finish that. Come on. I'm too OCD to leave it. We gotta go finish that up, boys. At least Tom Sawyer, mean pride. I'm gonna do it without the cheats, you know what I'm saying? Wait, what? Oh, I'll change to my team. Alright, let's do it. What up, Boom? How have you been, bro? How's your journey in FC going? Today's Tom Sawyer, mean pride. What the hell? Was that supposed to go to the defender? Oh, yeah, and this, the damn... what's it called? Doesn't work. The, player lock, for some reason. God, those Dortmund kits are so sick. Vitinha runs through on them. We'll take it. So 8 more stars, and then I think I get a bonus at finishing this, and it should be good. But yeah, we're going to go deep into the details, and it's going to help you guys immensely. Just because I think a lot of people aren't understanding this year's game because it's so different than previous years. And I want to go into the craziness of some of the comments that I've been seeing too. I kind of did a video on it, so I'll try to stay away from that. I literally was going to go into the gameplay and like discuss what I'm going to talk to you guys about live. And I literally just kind of went on a different path. ESPN, what the hell? Went on a different path. What the hell is that? Still important. Still noting like the important areas, right? Like this year, the foundation of the game to be good that you have to understand, it starts with defending, because otherwise no matter how good you do in the attack, you're just going to get smoked. So it starts with the defending aspect, and then it gets into the build-up, aka passing, right? Passing and movement, we'll say. And then there's the attack / scoring. The attack would be that final pass, right? Like build up gets you into the attack. Then that final pass and then shot on goal, which would be the finish. That's your attack. So those are the 3 pillars of football together. But in this game, it absolutely translates. maybe wasn't the case in the past, right? Why? Because defense was so AI oriented, anybody could be good at it. So it wasn't really a pillar, right? You would just get any defenders. The best auto defenders were guys like Van Dyke and them, the high stat auto defenders, because the AI did the work, and the higher the stats, the better they did. So the pillars would be like, and it wasn't really passing because the pass is pretty much automatically connected. You could have a terrible passer on your team, and the passes all went off the same, kind of like they do in UFL. In eFootball, to be fair, I said this in the video, they do a better job at it than UFL, but still, and better job maybe in the past in FC, but this new way FC made their game, it's the best passing ever. I love it. Even when I make a bad pass and I realize, oh, like I just went for a very tough pass there. I'm just so used to it connecting because these games are bullshit. But that was true that like a 76 passer, 78 passer wouldn't have been able to play that pass. So it makes sense. But you got to catch yourself and realize it, because for years we've had it where like anybody can make any pass. That's why the Pirlos, the Xavis, the Modric, all the, Modric did well because he was like shifty and could score and stuff, but Pirlo was never meta. Xavi was never meta. Now it's much different. Then you bring in Iniesta. It's a great year to bring him in because his dribbling's insane. The passing, like Xavi, same with him, Pirlo, like these guys don't have to just sprint to be good. Like, and that's what it was, right? You would go for all these speedy guys. That's not real football at all. Same with the bigger guys not being viable in the past. That's not football. Now, I still wish they make them. I want them to make them a little more viable. Like, Gyökeres is a beast. There are areas, though, where I feel like the shiftier players prevail. It's a work in progress, but the bigger guys are more prominent than ever. You can use them, and they can be meta. And using L2 definitely goes a long way, similar to being shifty and doing skill moves or whatnot. Even though you can't break away from defenders and they might be shiftier, using L2 does help. But I feel like they still need a little bit more work to make the those bigger attackers. I feel like they're a little bit more nimble than the game allows for. Somehow I gotta steal this ball from these guys. How in the hell? Dude, that's crazy. They want you to do this? How the heck do they want you to solve this puzzle and figure it out? I'll do it a couple more and then I'll go to my other. Guys, I don't know how they expect this to work. Alright, so we know he's going to go. Alright, so let's see if he does this every time. No, he reacts to you. How the hell do they expect you to do this? Alright, so let's think about it. So now he's going to go left. You know it's like a puzzle. That's all the time they give you. That's crazy. Oh, see that? See that? He wasn't a big guy, but man, now I'm addicted to trying to figure this out. I'll probably end up... Thought maybe slide, you know? Bro, even if I got that anytime, I'm not going to be able to get on goal. Oh! I got close. Hold on. I think I'm on to something. Oh my god, that's crazy. What the fuck? It just froze me out. It just froze me out of the game, dude. Look at that crash. Have you ever seen this? It just froze me out. That was so weird. There it is. Go. Look at this. I'm out of time already, though. What the fuck, guys? Alright, last one, then I'm going to go register that in. Isn't this crazy? This is the last one, though. There it is. Oh my god, do we have enough time? No! You got it back. I don't think we would have anyways, though. Come on, Vitinha. Slide your ass over there. Alright, I give up. We're getting this one, though, done. I'm getting this done on live. That's crazy, guys. That's the last level of this moments. The ultimate. That's ultimate difficulty milestone. So I would just go and get your second controller. Or if you don't have it, just don't do the ultimate. Alright. Boom, boom, boom. Go to kick off. And then later on, we still got our manager mode that I'll be creating after a while. Right now, I'm just too much into regular FC, but that's crazy how hard that was, dude. How do they expect people to do that? But yeah, man, it's such a breath of fresh air when all you have to worry about is the lag, and it makes me really think about, like, as bad as it might suck. I want to see what this looks like. Hold on. This would be a good time to see if there's a kick clash, because I might go for this once I get the coins on. Because it does suck when you lose to those little rat players, but then you got to think of all the games where it's good connection and they're just toast. Try to remember that. Because that's something I reel with too, and it makes you really despise the game at times. But when you look at the improvements, I wish if this next year they could say, guys, you're going to keep playing FC26 for just a little bit longer, because we are doing X, Y, and Z with the servers, or whatever it would have to be, right? Dude, I would be so down for that. Even if they said, you got to spend 2 years, we'll do hot fixes, we'll give you the new kits. Shit, people might even be like, dude, just do that every time. See, that's what I want to be my home and away. Because I'm an OCD dude. I got to rock Puma if I rock Puma. Adidas for home and away, the ball. And by the way, those new Phantom kits that they have in the store, holy shit, those are sick. I'm not dropping 2,800 FC points on it. Or like 500,000 coins, but... Oh, never mind. Those are too much of the same color. Huh, I did not realize that. Like, you can tell the difference. But it's just too much. I don't know, the city ones look cooler. But I would go for the all black city ones. Even those look pretty cool. I'll show you these Germany kits real quick, though. Just so you can see how sick these are. I know I showed some people, but look at these guys. Look, they didn't change any other kits. Look. France, they gave them the striped socks. They updated the socks to the hoop socks. But look at these guys. Tell me these aren't the sickest things you've ever seen in your life. Look at this. Bro. We gotta get our hands on those. I mean, I don't know. The Borussia Dortmund kits are still probably cooler looking. But then again, that all black and white old Germany kit looks so cool. I love the throwbacks. For the World Cup this year, you know how they're doing all different. This one's England, then they'll do Germany. That's the sickest thing if you really think about it, guys. That's like the coolest thing, even though they don't have all the rights. Because each season you're going to be able to get these beasts from all different clubs and teams and stuff, and it's all centered around country, right? So it won't feel so repetitive. It's a different flavor, right? It won't be like, oh my, every year there's a Van Dijk, there's a this time it's by country. So you know what's coming. You know when, like, of course there's going to be a Van Dijk for Holland. For Norway, if they do Norway, there's going to be a Holland for Van Dijk for actual Holland, and then Erling Haaland for Norway is what I meant. If they do I doubt they do Norway though. It's going to be like the most popular World Cup teams. They'll do a Mexico one. They might do a United States one, which would be crazy. Probably they shouldn't, but you never know. They should do, like, obviously you got, dude, but they don't have the Brazilian national team kits and stuff. I'm sure they'll still do Brazil though. You got to, right? You have the players and stuff. And I can't wait till they get Brazil's national team, bro. I want those kits in here. The legit Brazil kits. Come on. Live service, yeah. It's crazy, bro. I like their restart. I wish they would keep doing the restart, right? But did I complete it? I already completed it. What the fudge? Didn't I have to go in? What the hell? Alright. Alright, that controller's off. That one has mad stick drift. I have 3 controllers, really. That's like my third one. I just use that because it's right by me. My other one's hanging up over my head, so. eFootball got, so they have the real kits in eFootball. Yeah, those Brazil kits are the nastiest of nasty, bro. They're so sick. Today's Tom Sawyer, mean pride. Alright. Time to dig in, boys. Now is where I make you feel grateful. Look at these kits, guys. Tell me these aren't ridiculous. These are another level. Look at that, dude. Just so unique. The goalkeeper kit's so ridiculous, too. They should have changed the name. The name should have been done in, like, some venomous type of writing. Even the home kits are so sick. Nike gave on this, dude. They straight gave. And even this is sick with the tongues, the Nike swoosh. But 238 500 for that. If I was rich as rich, I'd be rocking the shit out of those. But tell me those aren't so sick. Today's Tom Sawyer, mean pride. Alright, so let's go. We always got to do our look, guys, at the beginning before we go into stuff. It's key. kit. Alright. Later on you'll be able to do customs and there'll be kits. You'll eventually do custom and they'll throw you like the esports kits and different stuff like that. You just gotta kind of randomly check. And randomly one day there's just gonna be a black kit out there, I'm telling you. Just like I saw earlier with Man City, there's the Man City ones. Boom, see? 10K right there. I could buy it right now if I wanted. I don't want that Man City one though. If anything, I want the black. Then, as dumb as it is, you gotta switch to another number, then go back in. We'll try one more. Premier League. Man City. League. Let's check. What? How do the PSG jerseys aren't shit this year? Are they? Only 3. Those are terrible, dude. I had a chance to get those, and I should have invested them. I didn't think anybody would like them though. I would have never guessed the Man City ones either. That's some bot. It's got to be. Oh, why do people like? I guess because there's no sponsor, but I don't like those colors. I want the 3rd kit. See if we can get some Barcelona. I doubt it. Those Kobe kits. Those Kobe kits, no one's going to be able to touch those Kobe's. You guys know what I mean? Foot Kids promo. $11 rares. 2.3% chance, so over double. Oh, they do. Hold on. No, wait. One consumable SP item that grants 1500 SP. 5 rare golds rated 80 or higher, and 1 common provisions pack containing 45 gold player items. 45 golds. 1500 SP. 20 rare golds, 81 or higher. 5 attackers, 5 mids. %9 chance. Dude. 1500 for that though. 20 rare golds rated 81 or higher. 5 attackers. 5 mids, 5 defenders. 5 D or goalkeeper. Why is that, Boomfa? What's that? What is it? What does that link cover? $1,500 SP. Let's see where that would get me. That would get me nowhere. That would get me like to right here. All right. I wonder what Goof is talking about with that. Let's get right into it. Get right into a Rivals game. All right, let's cook if we can. Time to cook if we can. Cook if we must. like that everything's bogged down, but we'll play him anyway. Bogged down, blocked. That's my new word, but blocked, I meant. See if we can get a good game out of this, boys. Is he gonna? What's he gonna quit? All right, let's see what we got here. Dude, it's 2v1. You little shithead cheated. What a piece of shit. He cheated. That's what he was doing. Look, he brought a second guy in at his house or some shit. What a piece of shit. Look, and it's bogged down. See, but why even waste your time like this? Like a loser, dude. Look how bad they are. Look how bad they are. Look how dog shit they are. That's hilarious. That's hilarious that they would have to do this. Look at that. Beat him. Who cares if you can win 2v1? I don't know how I'm going to stop it when they have two guys like that, bro. So stupid. I'll try. Look how bad they are, though. It's hilarious. Because they're just going to go for those through balls every time. It's so delayed, it's so stupid. See, this is the dumb shit in the game, though. Look at this shit. Look at this shit. It's so delayed. Look at this. Bro, what are we even doing here, dude? What's the point in being a fucking loser like this? What is the point, bro? You're obviously dog shit. You're playing with lag and a second player, bro. How is that fun? How could that be fun? Yeah. It's such a joke. Look at this. Dude, they're so bad. Oh my god. Pitiful, bro. Pitiful, dude. Look at this. So bad. You're in. Eat my dick, bitch. One guy did it. Didn't need a teammate. Look at that. Look at, he took me out. He took me out. I was so delayed I couldn't do nothing. And I don't know why it didn't count it. Pussy. You know what he's going for. Look at that, dude. Oh my god. Go. There we go. You're in again. Look at this. I tackled him. Guys, are you seeing what I'm saying, though? Look at this. Off a pure delay. I fucking tackled a piece of shit. Look at this. Look at my guy just went flying. Oh my god, it's a joke. Look at all off a delay. Just fucking dog shit players, bro. Look how bad he is. It just blows my mind that these guys want to play and win like this. Who gives a shit? Look, I couldn't even jump up. Now look. They gave him the goal. Look at this. I gotta ask him. Hey, you guys are on stream right now. Would you guys want to come in and tell me what the whole point of this is? Lagging down a game and playing 2v1, really? Like, why are you even wasting your time? I truly want to know for the stream, bro. Fucking losers, dude. Look what the football looks like. Look at that. It's just delay nonsense. They're trash can players. Look at the goals. Look how the game looks. Even mine. I mean, it's just stupid. And what does it do to play a player 2v1 anyway? Look at this. Look at that. They just gave up the ball. They're playing lagged out football. Like, what's the point? I really want to know. Look at this. Zero skill. Everything's so delayed it don't mean shit. Fucking losers. Everything's a half a second delayed. Not even fun, bro. It's just stupid. Never understand these people like this. Why not just go play? If you don't care about being bogged down, why not go play co-op? You idiots. Why try to get into a fucking single player lobby to essentially just cheat. Look at that. Look at this. That's the football they're going to win by. Makes 0 sense, bro. Who gives a shit about playing like this? For nothing either. Look at this. Everything's so delayed. Look at that, bro. It's just loser shit. Oh my god, come on. See what I mean, dude? God damn it, I'm so delayed. It's not funny. Look at this. Oh my god, here we go again. It's a joke, guys. Complete and utter fucking joke. It's a joke just because of the lag and shit, man. Two guys playing in a fucking single player lobby. Like, who gives a fuck if you win this? There's even a delay in the offside shit. I love that. That's hilarious. Read it, and then I'm delayed there again. Good pulley. Dude, it's so fucking delayed. Do you guys think that's how I would have played that? Do you think that's how I wanted to play that ball? It's so dumb, dude. I'm so fucking... I know I said it earlier. Like I said, I'm teaching myself too. God, dude, look at this. What am I supposed to do there? Look at this, guys. Dumbest fucking game I've ever seen. Outsmart their ass. It's not even football. These guys are the biggest. Like, if you can't get to be bigger losers than this, they better be like 10 years old. I can't even begin to start. The game is so bogged down. It's pointless. Look at this idiot. Offsides by a mile. They're so bad. They don't even know how to play. This is like Division 10 players. They don't even know what to do. Did you see how they defended there? They have no idea. Look at this, dude. Can you imagine being this fucking bad that this is how you got to play? I mean, can you even imagine wasting your time like this? Look at that delay. Look at this. Everything they're doing is just delayed. Eat a dick, pussy bitch. And Mornay and Dumornay and Rodman, oh my god, they're ridiculous super subs. Good. Come on. Come on. Look at her. Good. Good. Go. Go. Explode. Dude, the fucking delay. Yes. Yes, the delay helped me for once. The delay helped me. That's what you get. You cheap little pussy boys. Oh my god, that's hilarious. The delay helped me. It delayed my pass, allowed him to intercept, then they ran into each other and they're playing 2v1. He paused the game to put his second guy on the controller because they couldn't have got in. They'd have to go to a co-op. So this is what you call a cheater. And the game's bogged down. It screws me, but then it helps me. But you see what I'm saying, bro. Alright, so now let's get Marquinhos out. Let's get even get Bastoni in there. Oh shit. That's okay though. Come on. Oh, that was so satisfying. That was so... Alright, so let's say my boy Boomfa's here right now. And I'm like, guys, Boomfa's in from Australia. Everyone ready for some football? We're going to play some great football. We're going to break down the footage at the end because I want to teach you guys how to succeed. So, the thing is this, man. I'm trying to climb and I'm having trouble. So, in order to take advantage of my shittier gameplay and to be able to spam through balls, right? We're going to go into a game single player, but then I can turn on my controller and Boomfa can jump in. So we're going to smoke these guys, these opponents 2v1. Then I'm going to show you the skill and how we did it and break down and just watch. Give me a break, bro. And if I have to explain why 2v1 is a joke, then you guys shouldn't even be playing this game or understand football. If I can sit here and tell a guy, all right, run left, now, boom, and play that ball, like, that's more advantage than I get by, the only thing I can do is player lock, but my other player will just dribble straight, right? You can literally control basically 3 players if you player lock. And on a dime, move around. Not to mention on defense, man mark certain areas. And I still was able to get them. But look how stupid the football was. Right? So watch these highlights. Look how shit the football was. Let's do a match recap. And pretend you're watching this in one, like, you know. Hopefully, they don't really show the back play of these goals, though, on the recap, do they? Let's see. They don't. They don't really show. Let's see if they'll show some build-up. They should do a match recap, then a detailed match recap where you can watch the detail. Too much of this shit. Like, dude, who cares? All right, never mind. We're going to go one goal by one goal. And this is why it's so dumb. So watch. So let's go all the way back to the beginning. Third minute goal. Okay, so he's got the ball. Usually right here, I'm switching to Marquinhos and watching Ronaldo's run while holding R1, right, and making sure Vitinha follows number 4 back. Well, now I can't really do that because if I do that, because how it's set up, your AI can't tackle the ball anymore. Like if I do press R1 and Vitinha goes to close him down, he can just run through on goal if my Marquinhos isn't focused on both. So I'm controlling Vitinha longer than I would, and boom, he gets through with Ronaldo. And he doesn't even get through. Now, remember on top of this, the game's bogged down like crazy. Look at this. Look at that late reaction. Look, the turn is one thing, but look at the late reaction. Watch it in fast motion. Look when he committed. Look at this. You can tell. Watch closely. Watch right now. Look. Watch when he commits. He's turning right now. That's when you would commit. Watch when he commits, though. Boom. He just committed for the turn. He just committed his change to match Ronaldo's. And Ronaldo had already started taking a step the other. Dude, that's crazy delay. That's what I was dealing with. That was insane. One more time, fast motion watch. Boom. 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 Then he reacts. I mean, that's literally a whole second. All right, so that goes by. So there's 1-0. 18th minute. Let's see what we got here. Look at this. Just no movement. Nothing. Nice to have 2 players. Look, he runs across. Now look. He's controlling. Let's see who he's controlling here. Is it Ronaldo or is it Tchouaméni who made that run? Or whoever it was. I think it was Kudus. Because look, he runs off sides. It's either this AI corrected this one or Ronaldo. Nope, he was Ronaldo. So he runs across. Now Ronaldo's... What the fuck was that? A little dink pass? Look at this. Must be nice. Look at this. So we're all good until right here. But let's even say that's a great goal. All right, so there you go. And then that's better than I thought it was originally when that happened because there was a cluster of players. 100% better than I thought it was. So let's check this one. Here's my goal. Boom. So silly of him right here. Look at this. This was smart by me, but here's what sucks. He's controlling both the center back and look. Typically here, I'd be through. I'd be fine to player lock and switch to Palmer because he's toast right here. The fucking problem is he's controlling both the player that's getting ready to close me down heavily and the center back. So right when I played to Palmer, I knew it wasn't enough to be through in on goal. If he didn't have 2 players controlled, listen, he's either going to have to commit all the way to Palmer or commit all the way to Opinda. Whoever he commits all the way to, I go in with the other one. But he's controlling 2 players. It's 2v1. So, like, he's rushing back here. He can switch to his right back, too, and come in. So, it wasn't what it typically is. So, I try to quickly, boom, throw it back. Because now all their momentum is the other way. Even though it looks like I have a good little lane with Palmer. Look how quickly he was closing on me with his CDM. Watch. Look at that. I saw exactly what was happening. He was going to catch up. So, now I'd typically be through here. But guess what? They switch players. His one center back slides like an idiot, but now he's already controlling. His other guy already is controlling another player. Oh, no, they didn't switch. Look, it was AI. You can't let AI do your work for you. And then he moved his goalie to screw up. Boom. Boom. Look, they try to let AI control it. He's still controlling my Palmer. His other guy's sliding on the ground. And so they pressed R1 to get their AI. So they got 3 players controlled. Watch. Boom. Press AI or R1. But where he really screwed up was right here. Because remember, where do I usually go? Far post. But what have I been telling you guys? I got to get used to near. And honestly, I wouldn't have shot that if he didn't move his keeper. I would have cut it back. And who knows? He has 2 defenders. He could have got it. But once he moved the keeper, boom. Easy goal. And a lot of people do that. They quickly, like I told you guys earlier, they quickly, right off the bat, boom, move their keeper. If you guys just get half chances and go near post, you're going to score a lot of goals just like this. Especially with these lower level players that don't know how to read certain plays. I didn't have a shot there. He didn't have to go, but a lot of players will. And then here's 2-2. So let's see what happened here. So I cut in, play a beautiful ball. But what he did was got his body in, which that was smart. I don't know if that was him holding L2 or if that was AI. But that was actually not a bad move because if he doesn't get his body in there, Opinda's perfectly through. Like perfectly threaded through ball. So it was smart to try to get his body on him here. But Opinda ain't no slouch. Watch. Tries to get his body on him. Boom. Rustled him up. But look how realistic this is. Look at Opinda. How do I switch the... Look at this. Watch. Because if he doesn't do it... Sorry, guys. I'm trying to get better at... Watch. So if he doesn't do it, boom, I'm through. I'm running right around him, boom, I'm in. And right here he does good, but watch Opinda's fight. Watch this. You see that? He gets his arms out and blocks me good, but then watch. I shove him off. And he shoved to the side, guys. That's so sick how that works. Then we just finish it like beasts. What's Opinda's strength? We got to check that after this. And he kept getting those damn tacklebacks. Were pissing me off, dude. Not saying here, but he kept getting those tacklebacks with the lag. God, it's just so much different when it's like that. Just so much different with 2 players against 1. Good finish, though. Good shot for sure. So good finish. This one pissed me off because remember, this is... Look how goofy this shit is. Look how goofy. This is the epitome of the game. Look at this. What are we doing here, boys? I liked how it played on afterwards because it was cleared off the goal and it let you play a little bit. But this whole thing was silly. Watch this. So they got a set play because they're controlling 2 players, of course. Step 1, Jarvis, go to moments. Go to play versus AI, do moments. Get a bunch of stars as you're going and you'll be learning. Then go into squad battles. But before you even go into Ultimate Team, go to the training center. Right off of the main menu. Before you even go into Ultimate Team, go into the training center. And it will take you through all of the mechanics, buddy. But look at that. So they do a set play because they're controlling 2 people. But look at this. Cool. But look at this. This isn't realistic here. I mean, maybe it is realistic. I don't know, man. That was just a 2v1 thing. Let's look at it. It looked like a cluster here, you know? It looked more like a cluster, but man, look at your goals afterwards, because I'm noticing some of this stuff looks like a cluster, but you got to give EA credit. That was pretty realistic. It sucks that he could do 2 players versus 1 and run a set play. I can't do that shit, but that's where 2v1's stupid. Wait a second. Did he just go through my goalie? Did my Rise go through my Oliver Kahn? I might just take back everything I just said. Look. Look at this. From the other angle, it looked like it, didn't it? But from that angle, it didn't. Okay, good. All right. Next goal. I wanted to do this but go through the gameplay, but this game was so shit. So now he's up 4-2, right? Let's see. Yeah, 2-2, then 3-2, 4-2. Yeah, he's up 4-2. Here's 4-3. Playing good football here. And I'm not saying it wasn't hard. Near post again. But another situation where he moved like a dummy. What's my... Dude, look at my Douye on the ground. Did I sub? Was that Douye? No, that's Reece James is on the ground over on the right. So good tackle there by Caicedo. Plays it to Palmer. Opinda. Good little movement there. I think he moved the goalie again. Let's look. Yep. He moved him there decently that time, but I'm learning to go to near post. As you can see. That's something I'm trying to nail into my head. Very easy, like little finish too. Beautiful stuff. Look. Manual movement. Remember, I player locked there and just held my run basically. So it's 4-3 there. Here's the tie game. I make the subs. Look at this. Tie game and game winner from the 2 subs. You got to love it. Let's see Trinity's. By the way, sick pink hair by Trinity. That's a W. So look at Trinity catching up with her pink hair. Here's Dumarnay. Trinity played a Dumarnay to the corner, so let's watch. Dumarnay's a beast, by the way. Once you save up, guys, Diani, Dumarnay, Wilson, Sophia Wilson, which is like 400K. Rodman and Dumarnay are cheap. Diani's somewhat cheap for how good she is. But they don't connect. You could, if you do to like a women's league connection or League of One with the U.S. Women's League, bro. The U.S. Women's League's got some killers. Watch this though. So Dumarnay just feels amazing on the ball. Beautiful stuff here. I mean, look how fast she is. Watch this. Boom. Blows by. It's an interesting finish. Decent stuff. But look at that. He got a hand on it. Oh, man. That's kind of realistic, dude. Watch. In real speed. Dude, it was realistic in the way it nailed off his hand. Thank God it didn't just nail off his hand and go 100 yards. You know, because that would have never happened. She hit a bomb there. Here it is again one more time in real time. Beautiful run. Boom. Boom. I'll take it. I should have finished it further out wide, but in that last one I missed too. It should have been 6-4, but the keeper made a great save, and I'm sure if I saw the rebound, I'd be like, okay, that was a great save. So far, EA proves me wrong over and over. The game was just still bogged down. They were getting a ton of tacklebacks, and 2v1's 2v1. All right, so this is the funny part. Get ready. All right. This is the funny part. Look. Ah! Watch this. Look. Dumornay. Now look. Any other time, I'd keep... Look at this. Boom. I'd play the pass right here. Rightfully so, or anybody would. And look, he reacts accordingly to when I really played the pass. And he was late. But, you know, once you play it, it's like it knows, dude, because you're not doing any more movements it can tell. So he reacts to when I did play the pass, and boom, he gets rewarded for that bullshit. It's fucked up, dude. It's fucked up. And I did not want to go in front of him. Look where I play it at. Watch right here. Boom. You can see where I stopped my momentum because I'm playing it here. I'm playing it here. Then Rodman would have went straight towards the... Got it right here. Went straight towards the penalty area. Curled it in. Left-footed curler. And if I was really on it, which who knows if I was, we will never know, I would have went low corner instead of high. So watch. Play the pass. Look, I'm going momentum. Watch. Play the pass. Boom. It fucking delays. You can see when the momentum stops. Watch. Play the pass. Delay stops. Play the pass. Boom. Delay stops. So watch. He's delayed too. And it's like because that wasn't supposed to be where the ball went, it screwed him up or something. Oh my God, look at that. Look at this. Bogged down, look. Do you think he pressed past there, or do you think that just happened? It looked like he tried to pass to his center back. Why would he do that? Or he was pressing tackle and it bogged him down. But look at this funny part. His center back, instead of going for the ball, gets held off by my Dumornay. Then his other center back, look at this. So that's a penalty, by the way. You guys want me to show you it's a penalty? Look. Look. Boom. So look, my Dumornay holds him off, but then look at this. He slides in. Look what he does. Look. It's a penalty. It was lagged out. Look where his cleat is. It's through my player's leg. Look. That was a penalty. He would have broke her leg in half. Look, it cleats up. Through her leg. We're going to save that. Unreal. And then it's a beautiful thing here. It bit him in the ass. Boom, penalty. Then I faked the shit out of him. Because, like, you would think I'm going to go outside. Look at that nice little cut. Fake like I'm going towards the penalty spot. Boom. Look at his player so late to try to tackle. And right in the corner. I love it. One more time in fast motion. Delay screws me, screws him. Boom. After he breaks my player's leg, I score the game winner. Dude, you gotta love this. I mean, his leg, look at this. Boom. I love this fake right here, though. Boom, boom. I know it was nice and simple, but I had him diving for air over there. The worst part is he came in 1v1. and then added a player. It's like, bro, are you serious? I'm happy for my buddies that are all playing FC now, dude. Life is good. It's a fun one. Sucks when people do that dumb shit though. Just play, get better. What's 2v1 gonna do for you? Oh, we got some stuff here, boys. What do we get? Man, we didn't get shit. Some career mode shit. But I don't like playing as icons anyway, so it doesn't really help me. Oh, gotta. Another player not done justice. He is pretty sick for a starter card, though. If you guys get to try him in FC, he's pretty sick. Where's old Landon at? Did Landon rise yet, or did he not rise? Yes, he's rising. He's at 125, bro. He's on his way up. I told you, dude. No, if I would have held out on Van Persie, I guarantee Van Persie's up now. Sorry, Van Nistelrooy. No, 198. Wow. So I'm smart there. He'll eventually rise. 170 shears down to, wow. Where did old Gyökeres settled at 216? Oh, that's crazy. All right, let's go give ping pass to a midfielder, boys. I know. Colo did? Colo or Donovan? Donovan's beasting. Colo's back up to 5. Yeah, I don't know what you bought him for. Did you buy him for like 120, right? Donovan? He should keep rising, bro. He should. Because he's a beast. But if you want to break even and get him out of there, go ahead. I get it. Alright, so let's go to... Alright. Sorry. Evolutions. Rewards. I'd have to make them untradeable to give it to him. Ping pass. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to wait for my own players. Who do I have in Evos right now? Anya. And Damo, what do you got, buddy? Quick Step, Rapid, and Enforcer, pretty good for Adama. That means he's just going to be a bulldozer. My boy George is going to need some. So I'll probably give it to my boy George. Ping pass. Heck yeah, Boomfi, I love it, buddy. Colo's back at 5, it looks like. Unless you just recently checked, just like now. I just checked a second ago. All right, let's get in there, Rabels. See what we got in store for us this game. Let's just get a good football game, boys. Hopefully. See, look at this. Some blocked player. Oh no, there it is. 2 spaces open. I don't like that look. Does that mean they're playing multiplayer? Or no? I don't think it does. I don't know though. Dude, did you see Nick's latest video? Oh, he left. Fuck, man. I was just trying to make sure you weren't a cheat. They split it because of the hackers on PC. Same with Squad Battles. They cheat like crazy. Go watch Nick's latest video. That's why everyone turns off crossplay, bro. You're going to run into that, so it's good to see it now. It's so stupid. Sir Garbage. Yeah, we ain't playing you, bro. You're a little rage baiter. I'm really picky. I want to get a good football game. I don't trust nobody that call. You suck on God. You suck on God. Yeah, not a chance, bro. Fucking clown. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. There's hackers that go on the market and they have snipe bots and all types of shit. Somebody that's gonna do that. You suck on God and all that shit, bro. Fuck that. Sounds like a dipshitty cheat sheet. We're playing Mr. Cole Realm. Blocked stuff. Let's see what we got here. Rodri. Chawinga, Rodman. Chawinga. Okay. Couple different Chawingy dingies. What the hell? What the hell? Oh, got a little bit of delay on the bones, boys. We'll be alright. We'll be alright, guys. We'll be alright. What in the fuck are we doing, dude? It's just delay, man. Look at that, guys. Look at this. Every time it's the same shit. Just going for delay shit, bro. I mean, it's okay. We'll be alright, maybe. Let's see. We're gonna have to be more direct. Look at this. It's just... Perfect. We'll just have to get ready for that half a step. So if you guys are playing a game like this, think of everything a half a step ahead. That's what you gotta do to make up for the delay. Okay? Does it suck? Yes. But can you do it? Yes. Oh my god, see what I'm saying? He's dribbling into me like a piece of shit. There we go. Look at that. A half a step. And he's burnt every time there. Look at that, dude. I could have easily dribbled into him. Fucking tackle back loser. Fucking hate these pieces of shit. Look at, he's in. Good run. What a chip. Yes. Beautiful. Cole Palmer, you're a fucking monster. Half a step ahead. I almost went too early on that one, though, boys. Look it. Go ahead, try your fucking little dribble. Fuck you. Skill prevails this year, boys. I'm telling you. Skill fucking prevails over these little rat bitches. Oh, you lucky little bitch. I did good, but then I didn't pass quick enough after. Look at that. Look at the delay. My player didn't even go for it. What a joke, though. What a joke that they can just do that, you know? It's all the delay. Look what he's doing, bro. He's turning into me, guys. You realize that, right? Oh my god. Piece of fucking shit. Piece of shit delay, bitch. You're in. Good. Yes. Skill prevails. Skill prevails. Not trying to run through defenders. Not trying to do any of that shit. Good cover for him in the middle. We know what he's trying to go for. Look at that shit. Right to my fucking defender, and he just kept running through him. Piece of crap. Look, I knew right where he was going. Read that like a book. Come on. This is where we... What a goal. What a goal. Cole Palmer, man of the match. Brilliant. And I love the toe bang right into the corner. Skill prevails, boys. Cruising right into Division fucking 5 against a rat little tackleback bitch. You better believe this little Cole Realm 17 pussy. Look, it says established. Mine says established May 2025 because I lost my main account going after a rat like this because back in the day, these losers could win. Now look, boys, and they'll still win. They'll get you if it gets bad enough, but you just gotta react a half a step ahead. Now, that was a good one to go over some of these beauties. All right, so let's take a look so you guys know what I'm talking about with this rat shit. Now remember, if I'm wrong, I'll watch. And sometimes you can't see the ratness on this because it doesn't show you enough, right? Like when I win the ball in defense and the opponent instantly runs at you, we all know about that from eFootball. If you played eFootball, which I know Boomfa has, the players who nobody loses the ball in kamikazes that player, right? If you make a bad pass or whatever, you get back in position unless you're like right there. Only these laggy losers will literally not even attempt. The one he played a through ball right to my defender, but he just kept running as if my defender wasn't there and he got the ball. Like these losers do that shit. Boomfa, that's hilarious. All right, so you ready? Boomfa said, considering what's happening, you sound like a saint. I'm just happy to be whooping these. I mean, I haven't lost today, boys. You guys have been watching. I've been kicking everyone's ass. But that's why I got so upset with the tournament, even though I realized, like, that's how tournaments are going to be because of the location. But, dude, that was cool playing that player who saw what happened. And then, not that he owes me an apology. He doesn't at all. But he gets on, he apologizes. And it's like, it's not on you, bro. Like, I'm not doing this to... I want to do this to point out, like, the lag. Now, the minute, like, obviously I'm competitive, so I'm getting in there. So I'm going to be playing players. Okay, let's say I'm playing Boomfa. Like, that's my boy, so that's a little different. But if it was even somebody I liked, but we're competing, I'm like, fuck you, you suck. Eat my balls. Or, you know, like, you're competing. But the whole point is to, like, get this out there because some of that's the thing. Like Nick sharing the video with the hackers. He kept going, people are going to say I'm complaining. He kept going, I know you guys are going to say, but this needs to be said. And, like, even him, as big as he is, feels the need to explain himself because there's always those trolls like, quit complaining, you bitch about everything, blah, blah. So I'm just going to ignore him. I'm just going to ignore him because, you know, you're going to get it no matter what. Inception still gets it. Like, oh, how long till you say this game sucks? And it's like, bro, I'll say it sucks if it sucks. If it's good, it's good. Like Inception, Nick, all these guys. So I'm just telling the truth. But you see when I whoop their asses, you see the nonsense when I'm talking about the lag. You can see it. You see in the last game where the defender's leg goes through leg crunches into mine. That's a penalty kick and a red card. And it didn't register because of the delay. But luckily it helped me. You know, who knows? Maybe he saves the PK. Yeah, it's so stupid. Like these other games, so this is still way better, but let's watch this. Damn it, I didn't mean to do that part. Alright, we're just going to let it play. See what he does here. Alright. So look. In what world? Look what Marquinhos, look, this is how you can tell there's delay. Not a chance. You think that's what Marquinhos is going to do there? Look at this. What in God's green earth? Marquinhos is one of the best defenders in the world, and in this game he's one of the best. You're telling me he's totally going to ignore... Watch. Right? Unless we want to say that's a slick turn and it threw him off. Let's look. Let's just say that she tricked him. Let's just say it. Okay, so great goal. Let's just call it. Great goal. It's just, Marquinhos would not do that, but whatever. Great goal. Let's just call it great goal. And then it's game over from here, boys. Just pure beauty. If you call that a great goal, then I'm a god. That's just your typical tap in. Nothing special there. Not a bad goal, but the cool part here that I want to point out is this fake out. Watch this fake out like I'm coming in. Look, I sell like I'm coming in, then watch this quick transition down the line. Boom. Watch it in fast motion. Boom. Nice little explosion. Pulisic is a monster. Great touches, dude. Just beautiful. For a tap and goal, it looks so smooth, doesn't it, guys? For a tap and goal, it looks so smooth. Here's a chipper. Beautiful run, by the way. Let's look at this. So look, Openda's a striker. Palmer is a shadow striker, but I like that he can play a number 10 or a secondary striker. Now watch. He's in that secondary striker role. I don't know who Pulisic received this from, but watch. Great turn. And look at Palmer right away. And that was a player lock, I believe, right? Boom. Or it might have just been me sending Palmer. But beautiful stuff. I'm a half a step early there. But talk about a great chip. Look at this, dude. Usually you know how their chips go in the goal. Look, boom. He did decent there, too. Now, we got to check if Palmer has a... He doesn't have chip shot plus, but does he have chip shot? Look at this. I did put good power on it because I'm outside the 18. And I knew I had to be a half a step early if he was rushing out at me or I would have ran right into him. Look at this. Beautiful fucking chip, dude. Beautiful chip. Let's see Khan's save here. That's a great ball. You got to give him credit here. It sucks being delayed because I feel like I would have had my center back transition better. But whatever. He got me on that one. And that's a beautiful save. That's what I mean by Khan, guys. He's a monster. He's a monster. Look at this. Not a bad shot. He's leaning near post as well. And just a parry this wide. Look at this. Beautiful reaction save. Look at this. Oh, damn it. I clicked out of it. Another save here. Damn, that was actually pretty dope. Hold on. What the fuck? I remember thinking this was ratty. Why? I think I was... When you're delayed, though, maybe he beats me, maybe he doesn't. But the bottom line is when you're delayed, like right here, it feels like you're making the right decision. And then look. Now, in this moment, boom. Boom. I think it was right there. But, like, he just freezes up. Boom. That's why I didn't like. Good reaction there. But then my Palmer doesn't do shit. Look at this. That was a sick little cut, though. I don't know. Palmer's weird-ass thing. Look at Palmer, though, right here. Look at Palmer. Hey, ball. He didn't even look at the ball. You know, that's the weird part. Those little things. All right, next one. So now this is 3-1, I think. Pulisic, Openda. This is a player lock, I believe. Look at that. In and out. Fake like I'm going sprinting in. Boom. Took this touch, but watch. The minute I see him change to his defender and take a step towards my left, I'm immediately right. Oldest trick in the book is a striker. You don't even have to do a step over nothing. You can do them to throw the defender's weight off more. But you just start going towards their front foot, right? Say they're trying to keep you to your right. Well, I just attack their front foot all the way over until they have to totally turn or square themselves up because I'm taking them far one direction. And then quickly, right as they do that little double step to change their footing, boom, you go to the other side. And if you can help it, you want to take them to your weak side, right? to juke and then go to your strong side. Just a little note for any of my real footballers out there. Look, boom. The minute he commits, boom. Explode right. Good night. One more time. Watch. He's trying to keep me right, so I attack his left. Boom. Once he switched, first step, I'm already going the other way. More skill than a lot of people realize right there. Okay. Another save by Khan. Yeah, this right here. Typical. Watch this, guys. Tell me that doesn't drive you crazy. Nobody's going to play that ball. That's an interception. And it just glitches me out. I mean, look where he played this. Look. Look at that. That's an interception. Boom. That's an interception, guys. But, boom. Not when there's lag. Not when there. Look at this. Caicedo, one of the best defensive players. Come on, guys. Give me a break. But luckily, again, look at Khan just saved me. Caicedo did perfect there, by the way. Caicedo's defense was perfect. Look at this. What a save. Khan is like low-key. Like, of course, you want Sissy, R9, and all this, but I'm telling you guys, Khan is the man. He is the best keeper. His reaction saves. He's got rush out and far reach, and it helps so much, guys. I haven't even used rush out much with him, pulling him out, because I don't get beat that much to do it. And when I do, he typically is pretty good. Now, this Cole Palmer goal was sick, if I remember. Oh, it was just a player lock, watch. Player lock pulling back. But yeah, Travella. You got to love that, guys. Look at that. Player lock pulling back, boom. Look at this. This one's my favorite right here. That right here, look. Touch. He did a pull top there. Look at that pull top and turn. Oh my God. Look at that pull top and turn. Watch this. Pull top turn. Oh my God. Din the Travella. Dude. Oh my God. One more time. Quick. Boom. I'll do it slow. Boom. Player lock back. Act like I'm turning out. The ball kind of rolls behind his leg here. But this one's sick. Watch. Pull it. Turn. Boom, boom. I can just picture that in real life. Boom, 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 boom. Now watch this slick Travella. Bow. Get Cole Palmer and then save up. And when you can get his beefed up card, get his beefed up card. Pace doesn't matter this year. Maybe for strikers, wingers, a little. But even there, dude, I love my Foden 81 because he's great at cutting in. Great at getting in the mix. Even great defensively. He had a lot of like good little interceptions. Division 5, boys. Moving on up. Moving on up to the big leagues. We went through entire Division 6 today. If we get through Division 5 tomorrow, we might end tomorrow night playing FC Pro ladder. We'll see the way they're doing it. Look at that. Your first game, limited checkpoint. So I get 3 chances to win a game before I get relegated. And I'm already it's fucking Friday and I'm 7 points away from being done with all my rivals. I'd say life's pretty good, boys. Andre Santos. Who's that, bruh? Who's old Andre, bruh? All right. Cool. These rewards suck compared to last year, but we knew that was coming. I finished my squad of squads. I think I finished them. Let me see. Oh, nice. Let's look them up. Hold on, let me look them up. Yes, I finished my 16 matches. I'm not going to get the best rewards for that because I was just going for. Let's see where I'm at on my objectives to get those silver players. Only 4 and 5 out of 50 and 100. Wow. 23 out of 100 there. 44 out of 100 for Charlton. I need to really get on the horse with these. 77 more games, guys. 77, and this one's 56. Wow. You never know. We might not end up getting, even though he's a beast, he is a beast, but Nketiah is pretty good too. 86 shooting. We'll see, man. We'll get on it. 33 days. If every week I do 16 games, let's just take it down to 15. So that's 4. That's like 60 games. So I could damn near get it. So I'd have to play 17 more games, which we will. Yeah, instead of 16, we could play like 20 games. Each week, 20 games. That would put us right there. So that's what we'll do to get these two. And then this one, full English starting 11, I'll get there. So I'll have a center back as well. Cool. Silver icons are worth it for. So I got Yashin and Garrincha. Garrincha's got technical plus. They got place out pluses. But like Garrincha's stats aren't as good as some of my silver team stats. But they have these type of events now. World's Tour Silver Superstars League, that's coming up in 22 days. 20 attempts. Big rewards. Here's this. Here's all the rewards. I guess they'll have one every month for a different, like this one's England. Dude, I damn near, you know what I'm thinking, guys? They're gonna have one of these for every single country. So you know there's gonna be a Germany. You know there's gonna be a Portugal and Italy. What we all should do, bro, hold on, is start investing in those silvers now. I'm dead serious. Mark my words, that would be smart. Let me do a little research. I'm going to chat GBT it, boys. Watch this. Will there be a World Tour Silver Superstars League for every country like there is England? And if so, in FC26, what other countries? Will it be Germany, Italy, Portugal, Netherlands? Question mark. Let's see what old Chat GB Tizzle says. Season 1's themed around England. Given how EA tends to structure okay, here's what I think. Future seasons will very likely shift the silver theme to other countries' tournaments. Season focused on Germany, Italy, Netherlands, Brazil, Spain, etc. because the mode is built. Dude, I'm telling you guys. So let me see something here. Before I get off, let's do this. Because I'll be back on here in a bit. I know I played a couple games, but I wanted to get promotion. I got promotion. All right. Food to bean. Go to squad builder. Let's look for a German silver striker. So how I'll start is like version silver rare. And you never know what icons will come from the different countries. But like, you know, silver the like Gerd Mueller, you know, Khan will be in there, like, you know. Nation. Because when it comes to World Cups, you know there'll be Germany, France, Spain. Let's do a German one, though. Very big. $70 pace. Look at this, bro. 86 pace. He's already 6,800. 73, that's the best. Dude, that's probably... There's one from like something I saw Nick got him. I think Turkey or something that's like ridiculous. But that pace is crazy. Look at that. Rosenfelder. Look at this. Portugal, though. It's got to be a German 81. Look at this. The French ones are going to be crazy. There's so many good French players because they're a damn colonizing country. It's crazy. Cheaters. Oh, look at this. 85 right back. They can play left back too. I bet you his weak foot sucks. Let's look. Weak foot 2, so he's a righty. Damn near gotta do this. Weak foot 3. Might just have to do it anyways. Let's see. Yeah. It'd be like, I'd do it like that. '81 pace, Cam CDM. Decent defense. Look, he's sold out, bro. Ha! People are already thinking ahead. You can see, look. Or I don't know why. But they're doing it for some reason. Beast. CDM, wide F, center half. And then we'll go Cam. Right mid, telling Nigerian. We'll do this from time to time on different countries, guys. Wait, I'm tripping. It doesn't have to be an all one country team. I don't know why I'm doing this. I'm an idiot. I'll go back. For some reason, I'm sitting here thinking that, but that was just for that one challenge. Look at this in Nkunku's. Already gone, so we'll go like that. These are all good, though. Those are good. Huh. Silas. God, he used to be a gold, remember, guys? Silas is tanked now. He's a B silver, though. Look at, he's taken all the way. See, people have already invested. Ake looks pretty dope, though. 93 Burke. 10K for Duranville. Mina, 6270. His dribbling is what makes him so expensive. His pace and dribbling. Duranville for Borussia. And then the left wing will go. '71 dribbling. 73 dribbling. All right, there you go. So we'll save this as Germany. Oh, wait, yeah. Germany silver team. German League. German League silver team. And we'll just keep doing that. So, you guys can pause that and rewind it and look for some of those players. What did you say about that controller too? I forgot. It's a controller with Hall effect sticks. Is it in the Discord, the link? Oh, there it is. I don't get what that means. What are Hall effect kits? Sticks. Enhances wireless stability. I plug mine in. So what does this thing do? Let's read about it. Hold on. Let's watch this and then I'm going to jump off. Sparkin 5 plus PS5 converter. Yeah, but that looks like an Xbox controller. I don't like how that feels. Sparkin 5. Let's look at what it does. I'm so used to the PS. I'm one of the people that likes the PS5 feel. Spark controller PS5. Sparkin 5. Let's read about it. Most mysterious.
¡Candidatos a Liz!
¿Qué ha pasado?
Abre la comunicación con Lord Grey.
Por supuesto.
¿Quién es este?
¿Quién ha sido el que...
You guys, one sec, guys.
Soy yo, el líder de la Tierra. Y la negociación no ha terminado porque ahora tengo esto. Sí.
New Disney movie looks kind of dope.
So we have a Hall effect joysticks, multi-button mapping, 2 back buttons, and it only costs $49. Let's talk about it. The QRD
What? Why is it
Spark
so
M5 is a
cheap?
controller that was first considered for PS4, but with a wireless adapter you can use it for PS5 games. It's a bit smaller than DualSense. If you ever felt PS5 controllers are too big for your hand, you'll be happier with this one. The distance between joysticks is less than DualSense and the thumbsticks are a bit smaller. The weight is around 216 grams, which is lighter than DualSense. There's some texture on the back buttons and behind the grip, but not on bumpers or triggers. The edges of R1 and L1 feels a little sharp to me. If you do this, you will feel it, but no problem when I'm playing normally. I used Play Vital thumb caps and they fit well. Sadly, the control freak won't fit. They are big for it. Now let's be real. Since
Wait,
I've been
what
a
won't fit?
PlayStation gamer
Control
for a
freaks
long
won't fit?
time, it took me exactly 30 hours
I
to
use
get
covers.
through. Now let's be real. Since I've been a PlayStation gamer for a long time, it took me exactly control freak won't fit. The edges of R1 and L1 feels a little sharp to me. If you do this, you will feel it, but no problem when I'm playing normally. I used Play Vital thumb caps and they fit well. Sadly, the control freak
Yeah, I use thumb caps now. I used to use control freaks, but the thumb caps were perfect. I got 16 cheap ones too. And I'm not going to need to use them for a long time. My thumb caps still have great texture and stuff, so as long as thumb caps fit on them. I don't use... The control freaks pop off too easily. And I had to wear my thumb caps in so they would fit without popping off, but they did eventually. It looks like the dongle comes with it, right? The dongle's that adapter it comes with, I think. PS5 converter.
Won't fit. They are big for it. Now let's be real. Since I've been a PlayStation gamer for a long time, it took me exactly 3 hours to get used to this controller.
See, I was gonna say, because it's shaped more like an Xbox controller.
And be able to play as good as before, especially because of the distance between the joystick and Hall effect accuracy. The R1 and L1 are a bit noisy, and
What's Hall effects? Can somebody explain what Hall effects is? The distance in the Hall effect joysticks, what does that mean?
there are 9 colors for the LED around buttons and joystick, which you can turn them off if you wish. You have Hall sensor triggers, and the quality of face buttons is normal. In contrast, I love how the D-pad feels. It's soft and feels good to press. You have the aux port, which supports both microphone and headphones with speaker. You can connect it to PS5 with a USB cable or Bluetooth, but it will only work as a PS4 controller. Instead, with this dongle you can use it as a PS5
That's the
controller.
dongle.
And the cool part is with this adapter you can connect PS4 controllers to PS5 and use it on PS5 games. But there's something important that you need to know, which I'll tell you soon. First, let's talk about the polling rate. The polling rate is how many times the controller sends data per second, and a higher polling rate may help with lower input lag and faster response in games. On PC with the dongle, the polling rate was around 160.
But can you plug in? I plug in my controller. I plug into the port in the back.
170 Hz. I also asked the support and they mentioned it was a problem with the driver on PC and shouldn't be a problem on PS5. The polling rate with Bluetooth version 4 on my PC was around 220 to 250 Hz, around 4 to 5 milliseconds latency. When using it by a USB cable, the polling rate was similar, targeting 250 Hz and in a range of 4 milliseconds. But what about PS5? In Modern Warfare 3, from the average of 10 tests, the delay was around 42.91 milliseconds. The delay of DualSense is 33.33 milliseconds and Edge Bluetooth is around 41 milliseconds. In FC25 it was 152.66 milliseconds, DualSense is 131.8
Damn,
milliseconds.
look at that. Why?
And Edge is 129.
Why is FC so much more delay? But look, the DualSense gets second best to the Edge by like 0.2 milliseconds, but then the regular controller gets the most delay, right? The higher the worse, correct?
33 milliseconds. In Valorant, the delay was around 26.66 milliseconds, DualSense delay was 13.75 milliseconds, and DualSense Edge delay was 15 milliseconds. So there's a noticeable increase in delay for some games, and I think that mainly comes to the polling rate, because the normal DualSense and DualSense Edge has a polling rate of above 700 to 800 Hz. But did I personally feel the delay? I went to testing it blindly playing Overwatch 2 in 120 FPS mode, and I'm a sensitive person. I noticed the delay, that's why I started testing the input lag. However, you should keep in mind I kept everything on default. Maybe if you turn off vibration, the delay decreases. But aside from competitive online games, you are less likely to feel a noticeable delay in 60 Hz and story games. The battery is 800 mAh and you can charge it while it's connected to PS5. It lasts from 8 to 10 hours depending on the controller settings. You can also see how much battery you have left on the PS5 welcome screen. The joystick algorithm is close to a circle, and if you've been used to playing with DualSense compared to that, the response feels different in this controller. You may need to change settings and adapt to it. For me, it took 3 hours, as I told you, to slowly get used to it. We have around 127 steps for the joystick resolution, which is similar to DualSense and DualShock 4. The higher resolution helps with more accuracy for tiny adjustment in games. There's no bounce back when you release the joystick, and it goes to the center perfectly. I also needed to change the dead zone to around 0 and also make curves a bit more linear and change sensitivity sensitivity. That was needed to make it feel similar to DualSense. But since these are Hall effect, they tend to last much longer than analog sticks. There's no application on PC currently, and you need to make every change on the controller itself. You can map multiple buttons to one button or even back buttons. For example, in Black Ops 6, it could be very helpful for diving. You can also create macros. I think that's considered for disabled players who can't play normally. But what about PS5? The dongle needs to be updated the day you buy the controller, and every time PS5 releases a new software update or controller update, which means you always need access to PC or laptop to update it, as the support mentioned it too. I also asked the support how long it may typically take to update the dongle, and here's their response. The motion sensor works perfectly, and I tested it in Gran Turismo 7. The speaker volume could be adjusted by PS5 as well as the brightness. The aux headset and microphone quality were the same as the PS5 controller. I couldn't hear any differences in stereo or 3D audio. The L2 and R2 physical dead zone start is a bit larger than DualSense, so you need to push it a bit more before it starts acting. There's no haptic feedback or adaptive triggers, nor mute button, and the controller doesn't have a built-in microphone. It has a strong vibration and Hall sensor triggers. Do I recommend this controller for PS5? If you play PS5 exclusive story games with all the features, you may be happier with a normal controller. But if you tend to not use or care about haptic feedback or adaptive triggers, you know the answer. This works well and you have 2 extra back buttons. If you are tired of stick drift, again, you know the answer. Aside from that, if you play co-op games with your friends or games like FC, it could be a nice choice. But if you are a competitive gamer who cares about every millisecond, honestly, it shouldn't be your main controller, but a secondary controller for other games and other situations. And this way you can prevent your main controller from dying fast, so you can use this for less sensitive games and keep your main controller only for competitive games. It also works well with your phone, iOS or Android, and has this module to hold your phone, which is another cool feature. If you are a PC...
That's dope. You can put your phone in there. See, it gets more delay a little bit, so I definitely won't be rocking that. It's cool. I like it. I hope PlayStation adopts the Hall effects, but there's a little more delay to it. If there's one that plugs into my PlayStation, then I'll definitely look at the Hall effect controller for sure. I mean, dude, considering the fact that I'm pretty much better than Anders Vergang right now, I got to get the best controller. So hopefully there's a better option, because I like the Hall effects. I just don't like the delay. Kidding about the Vergang thing, in case you guys didn't notice. But hell yeah, boys. Undefeated day of FC. I'll take it into tomorrow. I'm going to chill for a little bit. It was only a couple games there, but we got into Division 5. And I'm going to go chill for a little bit. I love my team, dude. I want to go over that real quick with you real quick. Real quick with you real quick. So what I planned on doing was go through a game, and then I felt like playing all of a sudden. And so I did, But this is what I have to say. All right? Let's get this ready. So, game comes out, we put a team together, we got players like Gyökeres, we had, in the center back area, we had, Kanate, we had Nkapie at one time, we tried LaCroix, we also had Landon Donovan in there, we had Diani, who is good, Gyökeres is good, we had Foden, who... along with Pulisic, they're both incredible, right? On the left, we went with, on the women's side, we had Hemp, we had Chloe Kelly, we had Wrighton at one point. I mean, we've had some absolute beasts. Conte's still a beast. Theo Hernandez at left back. So, we've had some top players. Obviously, the one, consistent was Oliver Kahn. But, that doesn't sound like a starter team, the players I just said. Well, I got to pretty much skip that. I was on my way to building my starter team, and boom, the 2K packs come out, right? Or 2K FC points, I should say, which many people were mad at. But I spent the latter part of FC25 busting my butt in FC tournaments on PlayStation, and they were terrible, right? Terrible delay, 200 ping, just nonsense. But I hard knuckled it through it, and we earned a lot of coins. And so I opened those big packs. I mean, why not, right? That's what I played the tournaments for. And long and behold, I was rewarded with the pack that got Closa. Marmouche was in there. A bunch of good starter card players with higher prices. And Closa was worth 450 or so K. So right away, I got to go up from like a 50K team, because the game just started, to a 500K team. And then the big market crash comes, and started getting rid of all my players. Wasn't one of the earliest to do it, but I wasn't one of the latest. I was somewhere in the middle. And I planned on just playing with a secondary team until today, which was full release. And I planned on waiting for the icons to boost up, and then boom, sell them off, get a chunk of coins, and start building my main team. In the process of doing that, as I'm updating my Discord, I'm noticing prices of these players that, as I'm playing the game, I feel like are the meta, right? It's one thing to have popular players that are very good at what the game is playing like, what it feels like, but this game is totally unique. And what I noticed was many of the players that were higher prices, more based on the hype of real life football and past years FC. Those two things combined, as opposed to the best players for this year's game, because it's totally different. And the gameplay, it takes good passing and rewards it. It takes good shifty dribbling and rewards it, but it also takes good strength, and it rewards you with Enforcer Plus, the physical dribbling, utilizing L2. Defenders, good defensive awareness, good positioning, good tackling gives you more room for error a bit, because you absolutely have to time your tackles right. Similar to boxing, you have to find your range and make sure that's when you commit to your tackle. If you do it too early, unlike previous entries of FC, you don't still make the tackle. You'll lunge in, they'll go right around you, you'll look silly. So when you look at all that, right, and there's so many more nuances that make FC26 so good, make it so different. But when you look at all the different nuances, all the different points that make a player good in FC26, every player on this pitch has it, and what you notice is none of their prices are up there, right? Like, I have a 33K 83 rated striker. I had a 217 at this point K 87 rated striker, and again, Gyökeres was great, but I'd take Openda 100 times out of 100. Why? Well, he's got pretty good strength, elite speed, and once you put a finisher on him, he's got elite shooting, especially for a starter card, 87-ish shooting. The 83 dribbling's deceiving, because with the finisher, his 79 dribbling goes up pretty significant. So, and you don't need him to be totally shifty in the way that he plays, but he is shifty enough. Not to mention, for a starter card, he doesn't have the 3-star weak foot like a lot of these lower starter cards do. So when you looked at the whole package, you realize he's an absolute monster. Point blank period. Right? Finesse shot, low driven, rapid and quick step. Arguably the 4 best playstyles you can have. Right? The 4-star weak foot as well. And acrobatic can even come in handy sometimes. Not to say that it's not the worst playstyle that he has, because it is. And then Poacher Plus. Many like Advanced Striker or Advanced Forward Plus or Plus. But for me, Poacher Plus is just as good, if not better at times, right? He's just further up the pitch. I can manually call him too, and he plays just fine, right? And that's the beauty of being able to manipulate your runs these roles, they matter not necessarily for that starting point as much as they matter for giving you the edge when you're passing and moving quickly this year, right? So having that plus plus helps for that. I say it doesn't matter as much for your starting point, meaning you have a player that's going on a run and then you play them the ball, right? And they start from wherever they're at and they make the run, then you play them the ball. Well, you're manipulating that a lot of the times, or at least that's how I play. If it's not by player lock, which I don't like using, it slows everything down. If you can get a player just with a quick L1 in whatever direction, diagonal, whatever, or R1, it's much better. Sometimes players are so far out of position, you have to use player lock, right? But in FC26, I notice it's much fewer and far between, much more fewer and far between than it has been in previous years. So that's the biggest thing too with these players, is a lot of these players in my squad have plus plus roles, right? Pulisic and Leao, they don't. They have just plus, but they're both inside forwards. And a lot of players at this stage, these starter players, and especially with going slower with the power curve on stats and overall, the play styles and player roles were nerfed back, if you will, or cut back, whatever you want to call it, because as they release new promos in Team of the Weeks and stuff, where they're going to add, since they're not going to boost as high the overall right away, they can add these play styles and roles. So to have inside forward plus, or you can play them, a cam as a half winger, which could come in handy in a 4-1-2-1-2 narrow. That's how I was playing my 4-1-2-1-2 narrow, with my cam and 1 CM as half wingers. So he's very versatile. Not to mention, you could play him also as a right wing wide playmaker. I like inside forward, but you can also move to 4-2-3-1 wide with the right mid. And he's got inside forward plus as well as winger plus plus. I mean, just extremely versatile, an absolute beast. Dead ball as well as a low driven, incisive pass, and quick step. And he's only 19K. I mean, it's a steal. Foden's much of the same, but Pulisic is just much quicker, right? I would say pound for pound, definitely Pulisic is better, without a doubt. But both are excellent in their own way. For instance, defensively, when you're in like a 4-1-2-1-2 narrow, Foden can play half winger as a CM. He comes back and will intercept the ball, and he's so shifty, he'll end up making a lot of plays defensively. It's hard to explain. You don't picture it, but Pulisic just doesn't do that, bottom line, as you can see with the 48 defense, right? And then Leao, 73K, right? He got nerfed. He's got the 79 shooting, 88 dribbling, 95 pace, so those are his best. 79 shooting and the 82 passing aren't anything to write home about. However, the way he moves, he's not clunky by any means. He's still very shifty, and he's like a bulldozer, right? Once he gets going and he gains momentum, good luck stopping him. Do I think that's necessarily how Leao plays? No. I mean, that's why he has a 76 physical. But when you look at how he plays in FC, he's an absolute beast, because I played against him several times, and he's a nightmare to play against. So, stat-wise, he doesn't look all that promising. The one thing I don't like about him is his staying game changer, which typically you'd like Trivela, right? You like your attackers to have it. Well, Leao is a righty attacking in from the left to the right. Finesse shot would be much better. Instead, they give him game changer as well as incisive pass, similar to Pulisic, rapid and quick step as well as trickster. So I wish they would change that game changer for finesse shot. I know for sure, along with trickster, they're going to say, well, the game changer is for the trick shots, not necessarily the Trivela. Well, if you cut in at a certain angle, that dang Trivela triggers every time. Now, I did find one place it was useful. If you're coming in and, maybe the keeper thinks you're going to go far post, then you can trigger that Trivela with the L2, and boom, hit that near post Trivela. You can bang it in. Opponent's not ready for it. They think you're going back post. But typically, you're cutting in. You want to take a regular shot, and boom, a Trivela throws you all off. And you didn't expect it. So I have to get used to using the finesse shot more. But yeah, I wish they would take that away, that game changer. Or make it where there's no auto Travellas. You have to trigger it yourself. Even though they don't do that because they have certain angles and they say, like, this is how this player is going to shoot it. And that's what triggers. Right? I'd rather a freaking fancy shot or trick shot or whatever come off than the dang Travella at certain angles. It's just silly. But other than that, he's an absolute monster is the point. I definitely digress there, but he's a beast. And last but not least in the attack, Cole Palmer. Ridiculous. Right? His beefed up card is going to be monstrous on the pitch, but even just this version is great. Ignore the 75 passing because he has elite dribbling, elite passing, and once you get 100 on him, very good shooting. He's got inventive plus, so he's got the Travella pass and fancy passes at a plus, so that's probably the worst thing is his playstyle plus, even though it is a ridiculous pass that he can make, so it's not a bad thing, meaning passing's so important this year that if he can play those good bender type of Travella passes, great, right? He also has finesse shot, low driven, game changer, so Travella shots as well. Incisive pass, technical, and first touch. What do I wish he would have as a cam playing shadow striker, which, by the way, you could see he could play playmaker, half winger, and right mid he can play inside forward plus. And yes, it seems like, he's too slow, but trust me, the way he can cut in and do damage, it wouldn't be bad. But if he was cutting in as a winger, I would say for sure finesse shot plus I'd want because he's so shifty. Maybe even low driven because he drives in a lot as a secondary striker. But, honestly, probably technical plus. He already dribbles like he has it, so I can imagine with it, it's probably impossible to get the ball off of him. But he's an absolute monster. And then look at this ridiculous card. 75 to 80, 83 to 84. So you see the pluses underneath. That's what he went up by. 87 to 88 on both passing and dribbling. Defense went up one, physical up two. So really it's the pace. The pace, and then obviously everything else plus one. But without the pace, this card goes down significantly. With that huge pace increase, and maybe you got roll increases too. Let's see. Just the ability to play striker as a false 9+. Which I would never want him to play striker, but he's just that good. You got to try him. Stat-wise, people sleep on that passing and dribbling, but they see 75 pace, 83 shooting. Many people pass up on him. That's why he's at 51. They're crazy. This one, it's like, 80 pace, oh my gosh. And then they notice all the other stats. But, for instance, if you turn this card into an 80 pace, 83, 87, 87, everyone would start noticing all of a sudden. You wouldn't even have to go +1 on the other areas. It's just the pace. And this year more than ever is about passing, moving, right? Letting the ball work more than your dribbling. Even though dribbling's improved and all that, I'm just saying. It's ridiculously good. Then we move into our midfield / defense. Caicedo's my holding mid, number 6. Absolute monster. Another one, 72 pace, 65 shooting, only 80 passing, 83 dribbling, but 86 defense, 84 physical. He's such a presence, it's not even funny. Slide tackle plus, again, bad. But ping pass, tiki-taka, huge for distribution. Intercept, anticipate, huge, especially intercept for those defensive mids. Press proven and relentless, both awesome as well. Press proven is literally perfect for a defensive mid. Right? Just because you get the ball and you need it tight to you, you don't want to take these big lumbering touches, but sometimes you need to keep the ball a bit to transition. So there you go. Now, moving to my deep line playmaker, Vitinha. Ridiculous beast. True story. First, I got him to invest in. And then next thing you know, I looked at those stats. I'm like, wait a second. 73 pace, 81 shooting, but 88 passing and 92 dribbling. 77 defense, 71 physical. Guys, it is highway robbery that he's not more expensive. Literally, highway robbery. For a deep line playmaker, you don't need much pace anyways. And with that elite dribbling, it don't matter. He's going to juke people left and right if and when he needs to. He's just a monster. And to be honest, for 77 defense, his positioning is so good. Let me go look. Let's look at his defensive awareness. Technical plus, like I was talking about, wishing Palmer had. Finesse shot, incisive pass, long ball pass, tiki-taka intercept, relentless beast. CDM deep line playmaker, plus, so his movement's brilliant. Positioning, there you go. That's probably has to do with it too. CM deep line playmaker plus and CM playmaker plus. So he's a damn quarterback at CM and a quarterback at CDM, period. Defensive awareness, 74. But he plays much higher than that. Every time my opponent has the ball near the top of the box, right, and I'm switching between players, a lot of my players will make plays in the back, but Vitinha's always in the right place at the right time. He's one of those types of players. Like, he doesn't put a foot wrong. Offensively, when you need him, boom. Defensively, when you need him, boom. Ridiculous player. Super important to this team. Even if he doesn't show up all the time on, let's say, the stat sheet. He's just an absolute monster. If and when you can get him, do it. Right? And so if you notice a pattern, every one of these players was handpicked for a reason. And every one, based on me playing against them, me knowing how they play in the games generally, and putting that to, like, my thoughts on how they would play in 26, every one of these players is a beast. I got to pat myself on the back. I picked absolute monsters. And look, none of these are, like, popular. I mean, I had Diani. She was nearly 200K. I had Gyökeres nearly 200K. Right? Landon Donovan over 100K. Not one of my players is over... Well, sorry. Oh my gosh, Risa! Risa went up like a son of a gun, guys. I bought him at 130. He went down to 100. Let's look at Landon Donovan. Let's see if he rose in this time. Boom. This is where I told Boomfa this would happen with icons and stuff, and then I told him 132, he's going up. They're going to keep going up. I told you it was coming, guys. Mainly the heroes, though. I told my boys it was coming, and it's coming. You go to add player, and then where it says, you know, whatever, after you go to add player, it gives you options underneath where you'd put in whatever player's name you want to search for. You turn that to concept player. Guys, they're all going up. Look at this. 27% raise. Moved up 35K. I bought him for like 139. I could sell him for profit right now. Absolutely huge. Why is he rising so much? Well, for one, he's a rare fullback plus right now, which is, again, why I went for James, and I strongly suggest if you can, go for Reece James. Fullback plus is the best. You can always manually move your defenders, but it ensures you don't get caught on the counter. Like Theo Hernandez was a beast. I played him at wingback plus. He was brilliant. He could get back a lot of times, but good opponents can exploit that, and they can hit you real quick, and they will. So having a boss like Risa back there, he's like a center back out wide, and he still feels just fine on the ball and everything. Absolute monster. Power shot, right? I've yet to take a power shot with him. Another not very good place out plus. Dead ball does come in handy for corners or free kicks. And then just relentless and long throws. So literally terrible play styles. But you see the fullback plus. You see the wingback plus there. Don't use them like that. And even the wide midfielder plus can come in handy. He's got 81 shooting, 81 passing, 80 dribbling, 81 defense, 86 physical. So he's a tank. I mean, you put Hunter on him, and he's an excellent winger. He's an absolute tank. Like I said, you put Hunter on him, look at the shooting. Right? I mean, let's just test it. Goes 84 shooting. Look at that. 96 shot power, 87 long shots, 95 volleys, 85. I mean, is it the greatest? No. What did we put on him instead? Shadow. And you see 83 defensive awareness, 82 interceptions, 82 heading. His defense goes to 85, 86 physical, 89 pace. I mean, he's a beast. He's one of those players that plays above his stats as well. So either a trading group made him rise, or people are just finally realizing how good he is. One of the two. Best left back I used so far. They effing wall on defense, and his free kicks are insane. His free kicks are good. So you get a great free kick taker, which comes in handy, especially in tight games. And you just get a great wing back. Reece James, much of the same, but just way more elite in the passing area, right? A unit on the right. Shut down right back. You see, he's a false back plus, so he could come into the middle and play defensive mid when we're on offense, or CM. And I might start doing it. The only reason I haven't is, again, for the counterattack attack reasons. And Caicedo just does pretty good back there, but at the same time, I could see where false back plus could be useful. For sure. But whip pass can come in handy. I don't use it literally with how I play too much at all. But jockey, quick step, relentless, and bruiser. Good play styles, not great, but good. And really, it's just how he plays himself. 81, 76, 86 passing, 81 dribbling, 84 defense, 84 physical. Can't go wrong. And last but not least, our center backs. Actually, let's start with our goalies. Khan, unstoppable. Best keeper in the game, bar none. I mean it. He's my favorite keeper of all time, but I would tell you, I had one, now he's a follower, but I played him the one game telling me Khan was terrible. Khan is not. Khan is ridiculous. The two, arguably the two best goalkeeper play styles with rush out and far reach. Goalkeeper plus. I wish it was sweeper keeper plus, but I put him at goalkeeper plus balanced. And he does just fine. He makes brilliant saves. Brilliant saves. Right? So you have sweeper, keeper, goalkeeper, and what's the other one? Let's see, what's the other one? Ball playing keeper, right? Ball playing keeper. So yeah, I put him on goalkeeper balance. He does just fine there. I wish he would at least have ball playing keeper. That'd be cool. I know eventually I'll be able to put one, but also in November I get the $1 million version, or million coin version. And so I won't need a goalie all year. It's awesome. I love this promo. I love how they did it. Yeah, it'd be awesome to get some of the top ones, but this is just fine, right? And now, last but not least, is center backs. We're going to start with Brimmer. 31K. Now, I tried Pacho. Pacho's 120-something K. He's good, not great. Apparently, something's wrong with Bruiser that they'll fix. But you see precision headers, so on the attack, Brimmer can head him in. I got to get better on my crosses and stuff like that, but Brimmer can absolutely bang him in. Long ball pass comes in handy for a center back. Not often, but it can. Block, huge. Aerial fortress, so he can win, goal kicks, balls in the air, corners, whatever. And, of course, Bruiser. You can't beat it, guys. He has the center back defender plus. His plus is stopper, but as you guys know, you got to play your center back at defender plus or plus. Or defender, just regular if they don't have it. Like Koundé, for example. Beast of a center back, 100-some K, rightfully deserved, almost 200K. Problem is, it's just not, how can I say it? It's just not smart to go after players based on price, based on like popularity in real life. And so, when you have Koundé, he's not just popular like in real life, Barcelona, everything, France, and he's also like built for FC based on nationality, team, and all that, but he's also built for this meta. right? Extremely fast and agile. Can be a stay back, wing back, and probably will crush it. Same with Nkapi. I think he would do decent at least, but Koundé would crush it. However, he's a better center back. He can stay with the shifty attackers. He's very good. So then you look at Bremer and you're like, okay, for Koundé to be like 200 plus K, right? What's the difference? And it's not much. 82 pace, he's right up there with being a fast center back like Koundé. The 66 dribblings where, okay, Koundé's crushing them there. 86 defense, we put anchor on him because his physical could raise some. And he's been amazing, right? The 66 dribbling doesn't show he's not clunky at all. Like, you look at his dribbling and see 65, 63, that's just fine, right? And the main reason I knew he was going to be a beast, and by the way, he is an absolute beast, is because Marquinhos and how he plays. So I finally get Marquinhos on a whim because I see nothing but good things. I got Pacho first. I was like, let's try them together. All right. And you can almost immediately tell Marquinhos was the best in the game, right? He's got intercept plus, which typically isn't great for a center back, but with the way the passing movement and all the quick bing, bing, bang movements going, it wouldn't be a bad idea just to, with intercept plus, the way it works, he gets in there and he'll win the ball still, right? Like a CDM, but it wouldn't be a bad idea for Marquinhos to try him as a ball-playing defender, now that I think of it. The reason why I say that as a plus ball-playing defender, the reason why I say that is with the intercept plus, right? Anticipates huge too. Aerial fortress, he gets up in the air and does well. But, and then Jockey, he's super shifty. So, if I go down to his stats, I see his dribbling, agility, 68, 67, right around Bremer. Again, similar players. That's why I got Bremer and knew he'd be good. But Marquinhos is more like getting in the passing lanes, winning those type of situations for us. But when he gets in there to intercept the ball, to have that mentality to get his head up, right, and make a good pass to trigger the attack, the opponent won't know what hit him, right? Usually we win the ball, we work it around the back, and they have time to... Imagine Marquinhos busting through, winning the ball, and just threading the needle on it, right? And then you go up and attack because Marquinhos is doing good. That's worth experimenting with. But you still got to keep at least one on Defender Plus. So yeah, that's where we're at with Marquinhos. And that is the full squad. I mean, the way these guys play, just the last thing with them. Bremer, stronger, physical player, but he'll get in there. He'll stay with the shifty players. Marquinhos, he can't put a foot wrong. I swear. Everywhere he needs to be, he's at. Winning tackles, getting in the way, intercepting the passes. Just a beast of a player. It's just crazy to me that these guys are that cheap, but they're not winning any popularity contests, right? Which is crazy. Especially the defending European champs like Marquinhos, whoever's not using them, they're missing out. I can only imagine the players spending 100,000 plus coins on whoever it is. That's crazy to me, right? The only reason even Risa was worth it for me to have him right now as he blows up is because of the fullback plus on the left side. I just did not want... I did not want a non-fullback plus. I like the movement they get with it. I wish it was plus, but beggars can't be choosers. Brilliant. Right? Then two great defensive / build-up center mids in Vitinha and Caicedo. Absolute beast. Right? The distribution from Vitinha is second to none. The way he defends even though you wouldn't think that's his forte, he's just always in the right place at the right time, serving great passes, right? And then I can't wait to work my three up top, the wingers and striker with Vitinha in detail, where we're really working on things where we get totally used to the movement. I mean, this is the squad. So we're going to start putting in that effort, right? And same with Pulisic and Leo. Teammates in real life, and the bottom line is they're just both monsters. They're just both monsters. So, anyway, that's the squad. I wanted to give you the details. Thank you so much for sticking around. I am so deadly tired, if you guys only knew. So I'm going to get some rest so I can wake up and start fresh. And we're right in Division 5. And then once we get our reward upgrade, right, then we'll go from there. So thank you. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. If you haven't liked the video and it was enjoyable, please smash the like button. Thank you so much. Have a good night. I'm getting ready to pass out where I sit. But I'll see you in a few hours. We'll see if we can keep that unbeaten streak going. Good luck on your journeys in FC26. Keep cooking, and I'll see you next time. Peace out.